U.S. stocks, they were near session highs in the final hour of trade Tuesday afternoon. This with the S&P 500 less than 2 points away from hitting its all-time closing high. This following a handful of impressive economic reports that pointed to an improving U.S. economy. Now, first over in Europe, Fitch put Cyprus on rating watch negative, stating that the shock from the nation's banking system could damage the nation's economy. Related, banks in Cyprus will be closed until Thursday, and when opened, will then be subject to capital controls to prevent a run on deposits. But it didn't seem to impact the U.S. markets that much, as on the economic front, the S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index that soared 8.1% compared to just 1 year ago, kicking off the year with its biggest year-over-year increase since 2006. However, new home sales that declined 4.6% in February to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 411,000 units. At the same time, the Consumer Confidence Index that dropped in the month of March. However, durable goods orders that climbed in February. This as demand for transportation equipment rebounded. And with oil prices rising more than 1.5% to trade above $96 a barrel, and the euro rebounding to trade ever so slightly higher against the U.S. dollar, it looked to be quite the active, positive and volatile finish for the Dow Jones this Tuesday. Speaking of which, let's take a look now to see how the Dow Jones has closed out today's trading session. The Dow Jones once again closing at an all-time record high, beating its previous record of 14,539.14 to settle in at 14,559.65, gaining a total of 111.90 points. Meanwhile, on a side note, the S&P failed to hit its all-time record high of 1,565.15. It fell just about 1.2 points short of that record, closing at 1,563.77. In a breakdown of today's major market movers, we first have to begin with Goldman Sachs, which did rise this after the company and Berkshire Hathaway amended the warrants Berkshire holds as part of a lifeline it gave Goldman during the financial crisis. Meanwhile, Netflix rallied to lead the S&P 500 gainers. This after Pacific Crest raised its price target on the movie streaming company to $225 from $160. Boeing at the same time on the upside, as it said the first round test of its new battery system for its 787 Dreamliner went according to plan.